And we want to get more on this from Sara Firth. She joins me now from London. And Sara, we're talking about a global cyber attack. What more can you tell us at this point, and how well are systems recovering?
Well, we're getting more details in this morning from various hospitals here in the UK. They're saying that major disruptions are continuing, so it's looking like a very difficult weekend, certainly here in the UK, for those hospitals that have appeared to be particularly vulnerable, although they do say that it's not the hospitals in particular that were targeted. As you say, this has really had a global impact. A huge number of countries around the world have been affected, not just the UK. You've had Spain, Portugal, you've had Russia, Ukraine, India, places where systems have appeared to be particularly vulnerable. Now, we know here in the UK, the National Cyber Security Agency, the National Crime Agencies are going to be working extremely hard around the clock, they say, to try and get the systems here back online. And then, of course, there's going to be a global cyber hunt on for exactly who is behind this cyber attack. Now, a little later on today, we're actually expecting a statement from G7 finance ministers. They're meeting in Italy, and it's thought they're going to be joining forces to make some sort of commitment, possibly, to fighting cybercrime. It has become a global issue, and I think this cyber attack having such an unprecedented impact has really woken people up to the scale of the threat.
And, you know, you talked about the sectors that were hit, hospitals hit particularly badly across the UK. Why were they so affected, and what happened?
Well, that is one of the very serious questions that's being asked today. A lot of people wanting to know exactly how much is being committed when it comes to budgeting and finance to actually fighting this issue. How good are the systems? And as we said, it's said that the NHS wasn't particularly targeted, but it does seem that their software was especially vulnerable. Now, there's been a lot of information about this. I've been speaking to some people this morning in the hacking community, and they say the types of software that are vulnerable are these older systems that don't have fairly basic antivirus software. And what's really interesting as well is that they say that what has been deployed here globally in this cyber attack is actually a fairly simple tool. This ransomware sounds quite scary, it looks intimidating, but it is a fairly simple tool. But when it finds these vulnerabilities in systems, it's able to cause the kind of disruption that we've seen on a global scale. So there are very tough questions to be answered for those organisations, and the National Health Service here in the UK is one of them, as to why their systems weren't better equipped to deal with this attack.
Excellent reporting, Sara Firth, for us from London. Thank you very much.